What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kings Arena podcast brought to you by Devon Kings. My name is Mary Colette, and per usual, I've got two amazing guests with me in the studio. Hey. I've literally been singing, "We Are Family," all afternoon because I have literally got family with me in the studio. I've got makeup artist, YouTuber, my friend, Bolu. Hi. You have no idea how happy I am to have you here.
I'm excited.
Me too.
This has been one of my goals.
Really?
And look at you helping me achieve my goals. I love it.
Look at you helping me achieve my goals.
Woo, woo.
Friends, this is what friendship is about,
It is.
Helping each other.
I love it.
Yes. Bolu literally came all the way from Shango Tedo to do this. I literally told her last night and I was like, Bolu, can you come through? And she was like, yes. No questions asked. Love
Always.
you, baby.
Always.
I've also got
Oh boy.
broadcaster, TV producer and presenter, boyfriend of the year. Check his records, okay? Ilo with the flow. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, Joey. I'm good. I'm all right.
Happy to be here?
Of course I'm happy to be here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm with these two amazing, beautiful women.
Okay.
And yeah, it's exciting to be on here.
Are you sure?
Of course it's exciting to be on here.
I'm excited to have you too. I mean, I feel like I didn't really have to ask you. I just had to just say, be here at 2 p.m.
Yeah,
And
she
then
basically told me
we just showed
when
up.
And you showed up looking dapper.
Thank you, babe.
No babe on the show.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
All right, so today's episode, we would be talking about recipes of foolproof living. So for a bit of context, right? Foolproof living is when, something is so good, so perfect, nothing can go wrong, when something is so infallible. And I feel like perfect is like impossible, to be honest, but we can try. And that's why we always constantly say, we want to live our best life. We're doing everything we can to live our best life. I'm going to start with you, Bolu. What do you do? Okay. What is it that you do on a daily basis, to ensure that, you're living your best life?
I think it's something that I've just adopted recently.
What is it?
It's not constant because honestly, sometimes you have these things that you want to do constantly every day.
Yeah, like daily
but
practices.
Do you really do it every day?
Like working
so it's
out.
not constant. So one thing I've been trying to change to live my best life is just not diving into social media as soon as I wake up. That is such a no-no. You
How's
just
that
wake
working
up
out?
and then, no, I'm doing good. I'm very proud of myself. Because before, I just wake up and I'm just like...
What's going on Instagram?
Eyes open. I don't even know if the sun is out yet.
Or if you can walk.
Do you understand?
If your legs are functioning.
Zero social media as soon as I wake up. I wake up and I'm just praying, even if it's just a prayer in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just thanking God, okay, it's a new day. And that always just puts my day in such a great mood. Even if it turns out to be a horrible day.
Yeah.
I'm just okay, whatever that was supposed to happen happened anyway. And then I'm trying to drink as much water as I can.
Well, that's a good one.
That's one of my things as well. And then just waking up and doing everything that you're supposed to do today. Because when you don't do it, you're just okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and the time is just this.
I know.
You don't have enough time to do anything.
To be honest, I envy you when it comes to the social media thing because it's something that I have tried, but I still find myself falling back into that.
It's not constant.
It's not.
It's not. You can try though, and that's where your heart is. So that's a good thing. If your heart is there, then
it would
do
work
it,
one day.
90% of the time. Nothing is ever just okay, I'm gonna do it completely now.
And it happens just
like that. Except we are doing magic, and that's not what's going on here.
Well, I mean, as great as it is that your heart is there, you actually have to put in the work.
That as well.
Yeah,
that as well. So I try my best to put in the work.
So what's a daily practice that you do to living your best life that ensures that you live your best life?
Well, I don't. What's a daily practice? Living your best life isn't necessarily about daily practices.
Okay.
For me, in my opinion,
True.
It's
School
about
us.
it's about doing the things that you need to do, and sometimes the things that you want to do when you want to do them. So I find that routine can actually tamper with you living your best life. Setting kind of ideas of routine can make you feel like you are in a circle and in just this wormhole where you can't get out of. So yeah, routines can be quite what's the word? They can be like an anchor to stop you from actually living life the way you want to live it. So I find the need to do things that, are new, the need to try new things. One thing that I do in my own life is I try to do as much new things as I can. Try to do something for the first time every day. I don't do it all the time, but I try.
So what new things are you doing?
Exactly.
What new things did you do today?
So I've gone back to screenwriting. I used to screenwrite, so I've gone back to that. So that's the thing that I'm taking on right now. That's the project I'm taking on right now. I have a bunch of things that I want to write about, and I've decided, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and start writing.
So my name is Bolu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
I can be inspo for one of your writings. You understand?
Shoot your shot.
Let me let you know
that's
now.
true,
You
right
understand?
there.
I have a whole lot of life experiences I can just tell you and
I
make my life
know.
into a movie.
No, but here's the thing. If you really are interested in having something written about yourself, then let's do it. This is part of the reasons why I say live your best life.
Okay, you guys heard it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so let's do it. Let's sit down. Let's talk about you. Let's highlight
right.
things that you want to write. And let's know, do you want to do a series? Do you want to do an autobiography? Do you want to write a book? What do you want to do?
I agree. I mean, I feel like living your best life. I have to agree with you, Ilo. And also, I feel like it's a mixture of both. Daily practices, you just have to find a balance. Routine helps, and as well as just being spontaneous and trying new things every day. With me, I feel like I started this year telling myself I just wanted to be a better version of myself. But I feel like it's very hard breaking out of a routine that you're used to. For instance, I told myself I wanted to be less on my phone. There was a time when I actually started it and it was working for a period of time. And then I found myself just back where I started.
Why did you go back where you started?
I don't know.
Because you stopped doing the thing that
Did
you
you
were
try
supposed
to go
to do.
cold turkey?
Because
I don't think cold turkey works. I think you just have to wean yourself off small by small.
Well, I think I tried to go cold turkey.
Let me give you an example. So I told myself I'm going to deactivate my Twitter accounts, right? Because I just feel like as much as Twitter is a platform for you to just express your thoughts and it's just a free space, it's also very toxic because honestly, I don't think we need to know what everybody's thinking. I don't need to know your thoughts. I don't need to know your opinions if I didn't ask for it. So it's just that space where it's just information bombarding you.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna delete my Twitter app and I'm just going to do a little fast. But guess what?
You were back on there.
Web browser. There's web browser. Even if you delete the app, if you're not serious about it, you are still gonna type www.twitter.com.
I know.
That then begs the question, because there's something you mentioned. You said if you're not serious about it. So if you're serious about it, it means you'd be able to run away from web browser.
But I could be when I make the decision that I want to stay off social media, because obviously it's detrimental to me achieving things that I want to do. Sometimes I want to do things during the day, but I find out that I've spent most of my time on social media, right?
God.
So I am serious about going off social media and not being on social media as much and everything. But I don't think me being back to where I started is because I'm not serious. I can't put a name to what it is yet, but I don't know if it's
an
unserious.
addiction.
So it's a
lower level of addiction because we love it.
It is. So that then brings us back to the same thing I was saying. Seriousness in this context means discipline, right? So if you don't have, and the enemy of triumph from addiction is lack of discipline. If you have self-discipline, then you can fight an addiction better than a person who doesn't have self-discipline. And it's the reason why some people go to rehab, they come out, they're fine, and some people don't. DMX is currently in the hospital.
Yeah.
And we hope that he comes out fine.
Yeah.
But
prayers are going up for you.
But the same drug addiction that DMX battled for years on is the same drug addiction that Robert Downey Jr. battled, and he's doing fine. He
overcame.
Do you understand? So I think it really comes to, there's this thing about the need to overcome something, the need to feel like something isn't holding you down, that when you sort of put your mind to it and you get into it, there's a kind of motivation that comes from it that's just, it's just, you can't explain it.
Yeah, it's a wanting. It's even beyond a wanting. It's a needing.
Yeah.
I don't want to want it. It's like when you need something, the motivation to change is different than when you want it.
Yeah.
So when you know that you need it to be a better person, or you need to wean yourself off something, to just give yourself, even if it's 2 hours extra to yourself to just be productive, like you're going to want to do it. Back to what I said about like routines, like some routines are literally an anchor. Like it's like, okay, 6 o'clock I'm doing this, 5 o'clock I'm doing this, and you don't leave time for spontaneity and doing things.
And it can go from like a routine to just being a burden real fast. So you can just
start with like the things that are important to you. What's like the first thing? Like, so there's this quote that I read. I wrote it down in my journal, and it says, the first thing or the best thing to do to conquer your day and to conquer your life is to lay your bed. And when I read it, I was just like, oh, okay.
That
but
seems
then it
very
makes so
simple,
much
but
sense. It's so basic, it's so simple, but it makes so much sense. Like, the first thing you do when you wake up, lay my bed. Why? Because I'm not going to get back into bed. I'm not going to get back into this space where I'm laying. And then it propels you to do other things. It propels you to clean up. It propels you to make to-do lists if you're like that kind of person.
Yeah.
Like, my best friend is that kind of person that she makes to-do lists for everything. So, like, it rubs off on me.
I also saw someone say on YouTube that the quickest way to overcome procrastination is if it's going to take less than 3 minutes, just do it. Just say in your mind, this thing is going to take less than 3 minutes. Let me just do it right now and get it over with. There's always like, what are you going to say?
You know, there's this thing, and I don't have a problem with it. But there's this thing that people do where they believe that because something has worked for them, they then sort of prescribe it as the standard to overcome something. So,
but it might not a standard. No. But it might help. No, don't you think?
The reason why I'm saying this. So someone will say, the way to overcome procrastination, if it's less than 3 minutes, do it. Someone else will say, map out your life and do urgent and important, unurgent and unimportant, urgent and unimportant, unurgent. You understand? Mm-hmm. There's that, and then it's the reason why someone created a scale of preference. It's the reason why all these different methods, come out. So why I said I don't have a problem with this is because, yes, they are actually useful. They actually work. But the first step to... But the first step to living your best life, if we're actually talking about that, is discovering and knowing who you are. If you don't know yourself, how do you live your best life?
Yeah.
Yep.
Knowing who you are now helps you know what you want to do in life. Like you tell yourself, okay, why am I here? Why am I on earth? And if you know why you're on earth, then you know, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. Do you understand? And so that way, even down to decisions like where you go, what you eat, when you sleep, when you wake up, people don't decide that for you. You take charge of your own life and decide it for yourself.
Yes.
So understanding who you are is possibly, or probably in my opinion,
it's so important. It's so important. That's why a lot of people take this like journey of self-discovery so seriously.
So seriously, yes.
If you don't know yourself, like, time is not going to wait and be like, I'm going to pause for you.
And neither is someone else's journey going to help you on your own journey.
No, because everyone is different. Even people that are married, they have different journeys. Yeah. People that are married have different like paths in their life. It's just that they are just parallel.
Yeah.
But like what I'm doing and what you're doing is completely different.
And what works for you might not necessarily work for me.
There's no way that you're going to live a best life if you're living a lost life.
All right, guys. Speaking of recipe to foolproof living, something else that I tried to adopt into my lifestyle at the beginning of this year was just to stop self-sabotaging. I don't know if I'm the only one on this table, but I feel like I self-sabotage a lot. Like, I know that I can do this thing and I know I will be so good at it, but it feels like I am my number one problem because I'm constantly doubting myself, constantly doubting my abilities, and just, can I really, like, constantly asking myself, can I really do this? Or am I just way in over my head? And things like that. And
I think self-sabotaging is something that every human being at every point in their life has faced. And it actually tells you that you're ready to take on whatever challenge it is that is in front of you. Because the idea of, the way I see it, I think everything really is about perspective. The way I see self-sabotaging is the fact that if the decision wasn't in your front to make, you would just be living in the fantasy of, yeah, man, I got this. But when the decision actually comes to you and it's time to make that decision, that's when the what we call self-sabotaging then, becomes a thing, because then you have to make decisions to say, oh, I want to do this or I don't want to do this. So I think self-sabotaging is sort of like an indication of progress in a way.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
In my opinion, the way I choose to see it.
Maybe like self-doubt. Maybe not self-sabotaging, because I feel like self-sabotaging is the act. Self-doubt is like that
fair
seed.
enough.
Yeah.
That seed that is planted in your mind.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I'm doubting my abilities. But like, it's always good to look back on the things that you've done, to know that, okay, this thing I can tackle it, even if it seems big.
Yeah.
The thing that I did before seemed big and I did it.
Exactly.
So I can do it. And it's also good to have people around you that will constantly motivate you.
That is one thing that I feel like has helped me so much.
Not just people that even motivate you, people that see you and see your heart, not just see what it is that you might put on the outside. Because a lot of us, we have like
everybody posts their best
defenses.
Trust me, we all
some
do.
people see past that, and when you have people in your corner that see past like the facade, see past the outer layer, and they just see your heart, it's like, you can do this, miracle. You can do this.
Look, Bolu, I feel like I can't
it.
overemphasize. I can't emphasize how much it is to have people who've got your back in your corner. Like that's like, you think it's very easy to think you can do life alone and you can do it by yourself, but you actually need people, especially people who have your best interest at heart. Now, how do you identify those people? Because it's very easy to, you feel like, oh, I need this friend, or, I have this friend, this is my guy, this is my person. But because I feel like adulting shows you that friendship is a whole other ballgame. Like when we were younger, it was very easy to make friends. This is my friend. Everybody's my friend, because obviously we play on the playground together. We do whatever we do together, and we're friends. But friendship is on a whole other level. It means a whole different thing when you're older.
Yeah.
So how do you identify who it is that actually has your back?
For me, it's one thing: truth. Truth is so powerful. The fact that because you can misinterpret people that care about you, and you can think somebody actually has your back because they're buttering you up all the time. Everybody likes to be buttered up. Everybody likes to be made to feel like as though they're walking on clouds.
Preach.
But and truth doesn't mean that someone is bringing you down. No. But truth means that in the times when it matters most, this person can look you in the eye and tell you, this decision you're making is absolutely amazing or it's absolutely insane. But truth matters a lot. Somebody that can actually not hide the truth from you. Because if you don't have someone like that, then, you can lose direction very quickly. So for me, it's truth.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also for me, it's like someone that also sees not necessarily sees your path, because not everybody will see your path. Even your friends sometimes don't see your path. But somebody that will support you regardless. So the person is not going to necessarily lie to you and tell you what he said, butter you up and be a yes man. Somebody that is not scared to tell you, okay, this is where you're most likely messing up at. And if this is what you say you want to do, I might not support it, but this is what you say you want to do, is where you're at, or what you're doing, or the people you're hanging out with, is it adding up? Is it making sense?
Yeah.
So people that will constantly question you and constantly remind you of the things that you've told yourself and the things that you've told them. I've had friends that I've told them, okay, this is what I want to do, and then we're cool or we're gisting, which is normal friend thing, but they will constantly be reminding me, okay, Bolu,
have you done what you said you want to do?
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Have you done the prerequisites even to do this thing that you say you want to do? Like sometimes the people that remind you that it's just not by what you say, it's also by what you do.
Yeah.
And they motivate you by propelling you and pushing you to even do things. Yeah. Like I had a friend in secondary school and I was telling her, I really want to sing. Well, that's my best friend anyway. I really want to sing and everything. And okay, so my school were doing Premier Idols, which is like our American Idols. And I was like so nervous. I'm like, I don't want to sign up. I don't want to do it. And she was like, you are gonna sign up. There's no way you're gonna say this thing. And then when the opportunity presents itself, you want to run away. Yeah. So your friends will literally propel you to the things that you say you want to do. And a good friend will always be there for you. They stick closer to you than a brother, as the Bible says.
Yeah, well, it's true. And it's what the Bible says.
They're like your family, And your family will always have your best interest at heart if you're in a healthy family.
I agree.
But yeah.
I think it's also important to know that true friends have understanding of who you are as a person.
Definitely.
And so they know that it's not every time that they need to shove, the situation in your face. Sometimes they just need to sit down, shut up, and listen.
Yeah.
Not give any advice, not tell you left is the way, right is the way. Just be there and just listen.
And they've also seen you at the times where you're at your lowest. And they didn't judge you.
And you guys have been in you guys are obviously in friendships. And would you say you are good friends to your friends?
I think I'm a great friend.
I try to be a good friend. I'm not going to say I'm a great friend. I'm not. I don't think I'm a great friend, but I try to be a good friend.
Yeah.
I try my best to be a good friend.
Yeah, actually, if I'm being honest, I was making a joke. But if I'm being honest, if I'm being truly honest, I think I have my shortcomings as a friend in friendships. But one thing I try to do is for every person who I can call my friend, for every person who I've looked at and said, you are my friend, truly, I will give heaven and earth for them.
Aww.
Same.
I will give heaven and earth.
Same.
I have my shortcomings. I'm terrible with communication.
Aren't you guys the cutest?
Same. See, Miracolette is my friend. I love Miracolette to death.
Oh,
But ask Miracolette how many times we talk on the phone.
Exactly. And I feel like that's one other thing with friendship. Like you guys don't have to necessarily talk all the time. But when you talk.
But when she needs me, I'm like...
Which is where understanding comes in, because a lot of people don't get that. I have a particular friend. I'm not going to call his name, but I have you know him.
I know him.
I have a particular friend who
inside joke.
He's what's the word to say without sounding insulting? He's needy. He's needy. No, not clingy. He's needy in the sense of he feels like if I don't, because I'm not calling him all the time, or because we're not texting all the time, then I'm not his friend, or I don't have his back, or I'm not his guy. But
he's looking for a girlfriend. Does he have a girlfriend?
He does. But every single time he has truly needed me.
You've been there.
I have tried my best, broken my back, in fact, to ensure that I'm there.
Would you consider that to be a toxic friendship?
I wouldn't call it toxic because I'm not looking at his flaws. I know that he's needy. Do you understand? And so I understand that about him.
Okay.
But I've also made it clear. I think this is another thing, since we're on the topic of living your best life, learning to make things clear to people.
Creating boundaries.
I've also made it clear to him that, look, this is who I am. If you want me to accept you for who you are, you have to learn to accept me for who I am.
Exactly.
If you cannot, then that's a problem. So he's come to that understanding. He texted me a couple of weeks back. He was furious about something that I didn't do. It's a given. But then he texted me again today and he's like, hey man, I have this thing I want to do. So he sent me a script. He's like, please look at it. Because he knows that even though he was upset, you have to get over it.
Exactly.
Because that's your friend.
Exactly. At the end of the day. Let's come down to something that a topic that I obviously love talking about because I love food. We've spoken about recipe to foolproof living. Yeah. Can we talk about recipe to making a foolproof food recipe? What's your foolproof food recipe?
As long as there's onion, garlic, and ginger. Sis, anything is anything. There is no way anybody wants to say, I'm going to cook you a meal. Saute some onions first. Where is the seasoning? I'm not going to say Maggi or no. Where is the seasoning?
So what's that food? What's that particular food that you can't go wrong in? Is it pasta? And
oh yeah, pasta is definitely my thing. Like my jam. Like a creamy mushroom, garlic, ginger pasta.
So you can never make a bad pasta.
I can never make a bad pasta. I say that with my chest.
With your full chest.
With my full chest.
We have to eat pasta at your place.
Okay.
We have to eat pasta at your place.
Operation Eat Bolu's Pasta.
Ask anyone that I've made pasta for, which is like a few, because I don't cook.
Can you imagine? I was going to say, we're supposed to be friends. Have you ever made pasta for you?
No. And we've been friends for how many years?
I'm inviting you to my house.
Okay.
I don't know when, maybe my birthday.
Okay.
I'll do something and you can come.
Why would you be the one to make yourself pasta on your birthday? Well,
because
that's not right. It has to be.
My birthday is
no. I actually have a friend that made his birthday food. Fola. Fola made his food.
If you enjoy it, then go ahead.
No, if I'm your friend, don't put birthday. Birthday is a thing with everybody. No, it has to be like a weekend where you're just like,
we can do like a friends hangout and I'll make some pasta.
And you make some pasta for us.
Or if you can't come to the house, I'll cook it and I'll bring it to you.
And the pasta will be 100%.
It'll be 100. Sis, what is these Lagos restaurants?
Okay. Really?
I'm too much.
Okay. For me, my foolproof is breakfast. I can never go wrong.
I can attest to that.
I learned from my dad. I learned from my dad because he makes a mean breakfast, a mean proper English breakfast. So English, proper English, American. I'm there for that.
So like
toast, sausages.
He knows
bacon.
how to throw it down.
I've definitely come to see you guys, and I know I saw like a full stack of pancakes that looks so yummy.
Yeah, he made
it.
that.
It was really good. So I believe what he's saying.
Yeah,
I do.
A recipe that I can never go wrong at has to be noodles. I'm just going to be safe. I'm just going to play safe. I can never make bad Indomie. I'm sorry.
Look at what I'm bringing to the table. Noodles.
Look, see, there's some gourmet noodles.
She's bringing pasta. I'm bringing gourmet noodles.
It's funny because pasta is like one of my favorite foods, but sometimes I go wrong. So I'm just going to pick Indomie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, if anybody messes up Indomie, like, go home.
Exactly.
Don't say that.
No.
If you mess, I agree.
Go home.
Wait.
I agree though.
I said don't say that. The reason why I said don't say that.
Are in there.
It's ready-made, pretty much.
I know somebody.
Hey.
Who is an amazing cook, but has no love whatsoever for noodles and cannot make noodles.
You cannot love it, but make it well.
Do you understand? Like, this person doesn't care too much. So, like, this person has burnt noodles before. This person has made noodles too much water. Like, I'm saying this person actually doesn't care for it to the point to actually, like,
know how to make it.
It's just like, just nonchalance. You know, it's just like...
Bruh. But I feel like, well, to be honest, let me not say what I want to say. But I feel let me just pick noodles jejely as my foolproof recipe. But this was fun, guys. Is there anything else you want to add when it comes to like foolproof living, and you feel like you just want to put out there?
Living, I want to put this out there, especially for the people who are living in Lagos. Foolproof living, guys. Always leave the house with your headphones, with your earphones, because you don't know what like place you're going to be in, and you just don't want to listen to the whatever that is going around.
Yeah, because it's always chaos in Lagos.
Honking your earphones necessary. Also, resist the urge to say waka to the bus driver. Resist the urge. I promise your life will be so much better. Honestly, because that nigga knows how to insult you better than you know how to insult him. And then when he does, he now like makes you angry. Yeah. Don't be angry because it causes wrinkles.
Because you can't even have fight on top. Yeah. They will now beat you on top of your anger. So sad.
Stay away from wrinkles. Don't be vexing with anybody that does not need to be vexed with at all.
I think what would you like to add? Reading books. All that
no,
good stuff.
I'm not much of a reader. I consume by audio and visuals. Okay. So reading is not my forte, and I say it with my chest because people make it look like as though if you don't read,
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, dumb. I feel like that's the number one thing when people talk about like foolproof living. You know,
it's like I just read this book. Okay, but like, did the book retain in your brain though?
Yeah, it's like you read Trevor Noah's book. I heard it. Same difference.
Exactly.
Okay, so for me, it has to be knowing your limits, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing yourself. I think it's very important to actually know yourself. Because when you know yourself, you know the kind of things you like. You know the kind of things that you can go out with and can't go out without. Do you understand? You know the kind of things that, you know your boundaries. You know, like, you basically understand who you are. You understand? And I think it's just very important that, because more than, how many people are in Lagos? 20 million or so? And I can tell you that
the ghetto.
3 in every 5 Lagosians don't know themselves, and it's the reason why people work. It's the reason why people work like mindless zombies. You know, it's the reason why someone would live all the way in like Moe and be working on the island and like not be able to show anything tangible for it. It's like, know yourself, know the kind of things you want to do in your life. Just know, like, just understand. Take a moment to actually like breathe and say, okay, who am I really? Was I just born to pay bills, to
do you understand?
Buy food stuff, and just eat, and then just
die?
Just get married and then just die. You know?
Then the other thing about even knowing yourself is when you figure out who you are, what you need to do, you know the territory that you're supposed to take.
Yeah.
So you know the place where you're supposed to be in. You don't have to be on the island or be in that place or downtown.
Yeah, where you feel like it's happening.
Is, because you feel like, okay, if somebody lives here, they're thriving. Yeah. No, some of the people that live, they are crying.
Yeah.
They are crying. You can thrive in your corner.
Yeah.
You can thrive in your place. That is your place. Yeah. It doesn't have to be the place where everybody is.
What is that?
I think also, my final note in this, it also helps you know your worth. because a lot of people don't know their worth. You know, there's this. I don't know if you guys grew up with this, but there's this thing that we used to do as kids when you're praying, they'll say, "Don't pray to work like an elephant and eat like a rat." And it's the reality of a lot of people where they work so hard or they give so much, and what they get back is not of the same value. So you know your worth when you know yourself.
Don't give yourself a headache, babe.
I agree, guys. I agree with everything that you've said, and I feel like I'm on the same like mind space as well. Especially early this year after COVID had like come at us real hard. I just wanted to like do everything that I feel like 2020 deprived me of. And one thing that I said to myself was, I am going to try my hands at everything. I'm going to try and fail, try and succeed. I don't care. You know, at the end of my days, I always say this, at the end of my days, I want to die with memories and not dreams. And I feel like that is something that just sticks in my head, and it helps me when it comes to thinking about how to live my best life, all the recipes of foolproof living.
And can I just say, Mary Colette, like, I love you so much.
I love you too.
And you inspire me so much. Seriously, like, you're one of the people that I see the things that you do, and I'm just like, this girl is so driven. Like,
stop.
So driven. I just love it. Like, honestly, it's so inspiring to see the things that you do, because you literally put a battery in my back, and I'm just like, okay. She's doing it.
I mean, I love that we can do this together, and we can grow together, and that's like the most beautiful thing for me. As long as I have my people with me, that's all I want. Like, as long as I have family, I have friends, I have everybody I love around me. You inspire me too, and I love you so much.
So much. Get a room.
Don't be jealous.
This was fun. This was a fun episode. I had so much fun, guys. It was such like chilled discussion. Okay.
Spirit fingers. Oh my god.
Okay, sorry.
Spirit fingers. Are you guys gonna come back?
Yes, I will.
If you invite us, we'll be here.
I know.
Like with champagne.
Even if I don't invite you, you have
with champagne.
Of course. But don't you like our mixture?
I do, because it's really nice.
This is the AA session of the program, by the way.
No, it's really nice. Isn't it really nice? Cheers, babe.
Cheers. Cheers to foolproof living.
Cheers.
Clink.
We're using rubber cups so you can't hear the clink.
That's fine. Clink.
I love you guys. This was a fun episode. I had so much fun with my family. It's not every day you have your family with you on set, and I definitely had fun with you. Did you have fun, Ila?
Of course I had fun.
So would you come back next time?
I told you before, if you invite me, I'll be here.
Bolu?
I'm here all times.
All the time. And if you want to have a foolproof recipe, make sure to add a Devon Kings.
You should not have thrown it at all.
Devon Kings product to your shopping cart wherever you are. I'll be back on the next episode of King's Arena. My name is Mary Colette. See you next time.
Powered by Devon Kings. Produced by Blow 48 in Van.